Alright. First of all, Katie and Adam, very well done bringing us all together to such an amazing, beautiful location with good people, good food, good everything. And thanks for letting us celebrate with you guys and making this day happen. We're already having a blast. As Katie's younger sister, these jokes aren't going to go over well when I'm crying. Okay. As Katie's younger sister, she really took me under her wing, even when I was a less than desirable student. So I figured I'd start off with some of the lessons I've learned from Katie. At a very young age, she taught me how to know my audience. For example, signs like, "Help, we've been kidnapped," or "Haven't eaten in days," plastered to the back windows of our van during road trips were not as funny to people outside the van as they were to Katie and I in the van, and definitely not funny to our parents. She taught me that although I was no real match against my brother Sean physically, by pairing up with her, we could really inflict emotional warfare on him. Like when we were heavily praised by our parents for calling Sean Noble Sean, which really meant Noble Sean. When she went off to college, I was still in high school. So Katie taught me about college fashion. Like when she taught me that my handmade hippie patches pants weren't going to cut it going out at U of I. And it's a really good thing she let me borrow her tight black pants from Express because I looked smoking hot for my mugshot that night. Which leads me to another lesson. Don't try to save your 15-year-old sister from an underage drinking ticket when you've been drinking yourself at 18. It's a surefire way to get thrown in the slammer with said sister. Katie taught me how to diffuse fights with 250-pound men with the bat of her eyes. She taught me this after my friend had puked over a railing at an Aerosmith concert, and Katie simply batted her eyes and softened her tone before asking the man for some compassion on his end for her sick friend. She taught me that I don't have to listen when Dad teaches me how to change a tire. Simply pair the batting your eyelashes trick from the previous lesson with a little leg, and the job will get done without having to get your hands dirty. As a CPA, Katie gave me some sound money advice while traveling on a poor man's budget in Europe. She showed me how to cut food out of the budget to make more room for shopping, because living on mozzarella sandwiches and wine provides more than enough nutrition in Europe. Also, another lesson from Europe: if you're in Venice and trying to find a place to stay on a budget, tent 68 really means exactly that. It's a tent, period. So don't bother looking for cabana 68 or room 68. It's precisely as it's spelled on the paper. I learned my keen sense of direction and how to prepare for short trips from Katie. We used these skills to pack for an impromptu trip to Champagne. We first had to feed the cat, and by feed the cat, I mean dump the entire bag of food on the kitchen floor so as to ensure it won't go hungry for 24 hours. We packed quickly, meaning only the clothes on our backs, and followed clear instructions down to Champagne, meaning driving whichever direction felt right, even if that meant ending up on the Skyway. It ended up taking a little longer for that trip. And lastly, as a young adult, new to the workforce, Katie taught me not to reveal too much to coworkers. Unfortunately for Katie, I learned that lesson after telling some of her coworkers what I thought was a fantastic story about Katie. But in hindsight, I guess she's right. It's probably not even appropriate for tonight. In all seriousness, I've learned too many things to even count from my big sister, Katie. She's one of the most thoughtful, generous, compassionate people that I know. She knows how to work hard and love even harder. She's taught me to maintain a sense of humor even during the most difficult of times. She emulates characteristics I can only aspire to have. I couldn't ask for a more loving, encouraging sister. Katie, you've had me under your wing for 31 years. I think I'm ready to come out from the safety of it, even though it's scary. Which leads me to Adam. This next chapter is about you and Adam and the wonderful relationship you have. You found someone to take care of you and someone who takes you under his wing, something I could never do. Adam nurtures so many qualities out of you. He encourages your compassion. He encourages you to slow down and enjoy starry nights on the roof deck. On my page. To enjoy good food with good people. He encourages your zest for life and adventure, and the list goes on and on. I look forward to officially welcoming a new member to our flock and the many ventures ahead. I would like everybody to raise a glass to Katie and Adam. And their continued ability to learn from one another and expanding their wings together. Salud.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Abbie. Come on, matron. Oh no, put your hands together. All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this moment I would like to call the best man.